In Guangdong, China, relentless downpours have submerged large areas of the province. Roads that once bustled with morning commuters now look like rivers, with vehicles like buses, cars, and bikes left stranded in the floodwaters. Few communities, from tiny villages to crowded city neighborhoods, have escaped the deluge. In one county, rivers overflowed their banks, unleashing powerful currents through residential areas and local markets. Apartment buildings stand like isolated islands in a muddy, churning expanse, their ground floors completely swallowed by the floods. Widespread power outages have severed communication lines, leaving families cut off and fending for themselves in near-total isolation. In places like Zhejiang and Qingyuan, roads are buried under layers of mud and debris. Heavy equipment has been deployed to dig out pathways into towns, while workers use chainsaws to clear fallen trees blocking key crossroads. Utility workers teamed up with local residents, hauling damaged appliances and furniture into heaps for removal. Inside homes, the destruction was relentless. Watermarks stained walls up to a meter high, leaving plaster warped and floors buckled. Kitchens lost functional ovens and fridges, while bedrooms were stripped of usable beds and closets. Locals, armed with mops and buckets, began the daunting task of restoring their homes to livable conditions. The floods swept through farming areas, threatening the region's food production. Rice fields sat submerged beyond recovery, and vegetable farms lost fertile soil to erosion. Collapsed irrigation channels disrupted water flow, jeopardizing future planting seasons. In Guangzhou, rainfall far exceeded normal levels, nearly tripling the seasonal average. Drainage systems failed quickly, sending water into subway stations and blocking underpasses with debris. City crews worked tirelessly to clear stagnant water and reopen vital bus routes that keep the city connected. The transportation system took a heavy hit. Bridges weakened under relentless river surges, and highways cracked where landslides spilled onto roads. Rural paths were buried under mud, isolating mountain villages from supply deliveries and emergency services. Factories and small businesses shut down, crippled by power outages and unsafe storage conditions. Warehouses held ruined stock, and workshops faced machinery rusted beyond repair. For a manufacturing center like Guangdong, the economic impact was swift and significant. Relief efforts intensified as authorities raised the response to the highest alert level. Rescue crews deployed heavy equipment, including pumps, trucks, and diggers, to remove debris and restore essential services. Emergency funds were allocated to reconstruct bridges, repair roads, and support markets affected by the abrupt production stoppage. Over 1 billion yuan has been directed to Guangdong and nearby regions to support recovery efforts. This funding is focused on repairing critical infrastructure, revitalizing agriculture, and ensuring a stable food supply for affected communities. Local markets, once vibrant with fresh fruits, vegetables, and other produce, now depend heavily on external shipments, highlighting the urgent need to restore agricultural systems swiftly. Farmers are working tirelessly to replant crops and rebuild, but the road ahead is challenging. Engineers are conducting thorough evaluations across the Pearl River Basin, focusing on strengthening levees, inspecting compromised dams, and identifying areas needing urgent attention. Their efforts include deploying sandbags to reinforce weak points, clearing accumulated silt from waterways, and planning full reconstructions where necessary. Regional authorities have committed to substantial, long-term investments in advanced drainage systems and flood prevention measures to safeguard against future disasters. For the residents of Guangdong, this flood ranks among the most devastating in recent history. Urban areas were inundated and rural farmlands were ravaged, leaving a profound impact on both daily life and the regional economy. While the scars of this disaster remain, cleanup efforts are in full swing and rebuilding has begun. The journey to recovery will be extensive, but the resilience of the community shines through. Thank you for tuning into Weatherwatch Chronicles, where we dive into the details of nature's most powerful events with clarity and precision. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more. Your engagement fuels our mission to deliver reliable updates. Don't forget to tap the notification bell to stay updated with our calm, factual, and straightforward reports. We'll see you in the next update. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stay safe.